potential returns can investors expect with the assistance of Properly's innovative tools?
Sure. Look, it's very specific to a client's an investor's specific mandate. So we have a number of clients that will say, right, I want to invest in a property, but I want to be able to live there for 2 or 3 months of the year. And I want to be able to, come down and basically spend a month or 2 months or 3 months. And so if you're now sort of mixing a sentimental sort of emotional reason for your purchase with a financial and investment, wanting to maximize your investment, those two things sort of contradict each other. So you kind of need to pick one in order to have the most effective returns. But I guess that's a long way of saying, if you want to absolutely maximize your investment, and it's all about maximizing your investment, you're not planning on staying there, you're running this as a proper investment, those returns can go, they can be very, very good. They can, I think one of the most recent reports I ran for a client who's just closed on a property, they were looking at about a 25% ROI in year one, 25% with capital appreciation. I don't want to speak out of turn without capital appreciation. I can't actually remember what that number is. But ROI, as you know, Neil, is not necessarily the name of the game in property. I think the name of the game is really yield, gross and net yield. And so what we're seeing, at least with the Cape Town market as it is, we're seeing yields of, in fact, for us personally, for our personal property portfolio, we don't actually look at anything under 15% yield for residential, under 15% gross. And we always try and get at least a net positive net yield. So anything that must be positive cash flow with after all financing, and we finance quite aggressively on our properties because of the fact that we're very hands-on. We know how to manage them. We know how to actually completely optimize those properties. So essentially, you can see in the Cape Town market as is, on average, I'd say you could probably get around a 12 to 15% yield without looking that hard. If you really want to spend a bit of time and you want to actually utilize a service like us to go and find those properties, you can start pushing above 15% yield, up to sort of an 18, 20, even like a 22, 23% yield. But again, all dependent on your financing and what your investment mandate is.
Exactly. I think thanks for clarification of the yield, because it's a very different approach if you're going for a longer term investment. So thank you for clarifying that. I think
absolutely.
For Airbnb, because yields are, incredible yields, which you're going to struggle to find with other normal buy-to-let type properties and that kind
absolutely,
of thing.
Yeah.
So Wesley, just looking ahead.